Okay, here we go. I am Celia Bertoia. Hello. I'm going to show you how to pack and handle Bertoia tonals today. If you have just purchased your first sounding sculpture, congratulations, but you want to make sure you know how to deal with it. Or if you're setting up an exhibition, you'll need to know. Anyway, I have this little paper towel here that I'm going to put over this small tonal so that each of the tonal heads will not hit each other. Oh, okay. All right. Obviously, this is a very simple homemade style. Anything you can do to make sure that these tonals are not going to be banging into each other. Now I'm going to take this little top. It's custom cut to fit on top here. So those. All right, now none of these will make any noise, and that's good. Now we do have a custom crate here, and you will have to have a custom crate for your tonal. Each one is different, and you have to secure the bottom. So as you see here, we're going to slide it. Oh, I forgot one step. We have some padding we're going to put on the sides so that nothing bangs around on the sides. Okay, we might have to put that one in while we put this in. Okay. So now we're going to slide it in. The base will be secured. Okay. Okay, let's sneak this in here. All right. So as you can see, there's no sound happening, and that's a good thing. We've got the base secured so it can't move around. The top is safe. And then we would just go ahead and put cover on. You can see it's marked the right way to put it. Simply screw it on. Okay, so that's a pretty easy one. That's a nice small one. We're going to transfer over to a larger one now. Hopefully I can edit this out. All right. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, here we have a larger tonal. And I have already packed this one, so I didn't have to go through all the steps, but I'm going to unpack it so you see how it's done. Lots of padding. And you can see this is not making any noise. And that is the ideal. If you have a crate with a tonal in it and you hear the tonal talking to you, that's not good. That means that the reeds, the cattails are banging against each other. And if there's a sudden stop or a curve, they could damage each other. So as you can see, we've got lots of padding all the way around. And ideally, this will hit the edge of the crate. So once again, it will be stationary and it won't move much at all. All right. Now this is not a good knot. I'm not a professional packer, as you can tell. But anyway, oh, there's the noise. Not good. Okay, we're going to let some of this padding fall away. That was the guy next door, so that's not too bad. All right, so now you see there's further padding. This is all homemade. I mean, you can get a professional art packer, of course, and that's probably the best, but some of them don't even know how to do it. But you can see this is just a simple piece of foam cut so that you can put it on the top and fold it all down like that. So we're removing that. And you can see there's yet another piece of homemade padding here. Now I thought that I was going to have to put something over top so that it wouldn't slip down. But luckily I cut the holes snug enough that they're not moving down. They're stuck there. And the reason you want this cloth, once again, is that you don't want the rods to touch each other. So again, this is just a homemade piece of cloth with holes cut out of it. Just took an old piece of material and diagrammed out the rods and poked some holes in there. So that's one way to do it. I'm going to show you some other ways. All right, see this picture? Over here, we have simply padding around each rod, and that's down at the bottom, or in the middle, actually. So that's fine too. This one in the middle, you can see the rigid foam between the rods, and that's a great way to do it as well. You have to secure them somehow. And then this one over on that side, there they've gone really super duper. They put foam between all the rods, and then they have plastic around it. Now those rods are not going to touch each other or make any noise, and that's really well packed. Now, as mentioned, you will have to have a custom-made crate. And then at the bottom, show you down here. Okay. I've put that board across to show you that you will have to secure the base so that the base doesn't shift around and it doesn't tip over. So the crate should be very snug with the base secured and the rods padded. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to show you also, hopefully I can edit this out too. All right, yeah. Okay. All right. We're going to handle this little tonal here. And I want you to try to imagine that it's 10 feet tall. Obviously, it's only about a foot tall, but if you have a nice large tonal, you might think it's easy to just slide it around or maybe pick it up a few inches and slide it over to where you want it to go. But you're talking lots of weight here, probably 80 or 100 pounds, depending on how many rods and the types of tops. So you're going to want to carry it horizontally. I know that's counterintuitive, but you'll have two people. Definitely need two people. One will secure the top, and you can hold it close like that for short periods. And then one at the bottom grabbing the base. So you tip it over. The second person will hold the base, and the top person holds the top. So we've got it like that. You would actually hold it underneath here like that. And then you can carry it anywhere you want. Now, this is especially important if you've got a tonal with cattail tops, like this one, or the cylinder tops like this. These are very heavy. This is just one cylinder top, and it probably weighs just a pound by itself. So if you can imagine you've got 40 or 50 of these, it's going to be very, very heavy. So always be very careful when moving the tonals, and take extra time. Take your time, be careful. Have several people, have a couple of people on the side in case there's some emergency. And expect them to be very heavy. And just for fun, I don't know if YouTube really picks up the sound that well, but this is one of my favorites. So there you go. You can find out more information at harrybertoia.org. Check out the blog. I hope this has been helpful. Bye-bye.